GA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. This taken in about 4 yards deep. Pushing through the contact. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Moore. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And his throw is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. On first down, it's Moore. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 39 yards there, a big one.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
There you go. Got him again.
A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now Edwards-Helaire, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Second down, Kemp. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
On second down now, it's Moore. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Boy, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
On 2nd down. It's Moore, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Buying time to his left. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 72 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. For Mecole Hardman, I mean, he was the only guy with 2 of the top 10 fastest runs in all of 2019, and he's showing that that was no fluke. He was moving there.
Harrison Butker to kick off 14.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll run on first down. Moore. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Ravens 7, Chiefs 6.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. gun. He'll throw. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Mahomes will try again on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that we're both just a little bit puzzled here. They had a lot of success on the ground this drive, but they went away from it here, and it'll wind up costing them. I know it's hard to really blame them. If you see defenses starting to stack the box, it's a good time to go to the air. But on the flip side, if you're having success, why not keep running it?
Now Jackson on first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Ravens are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They'll run with Dobbins. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. GA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. 3rd down here.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. It's Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Right down. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time. On 1st down, Moore. Charvarius Ward in on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 34 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown,
and the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
Flushed out right. Past the 20. That's taken in by Duvernay. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 36 yards on the play.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Jackson. This is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down.
They love
They've been
that.
okay, 2 for 3 thus
They
far.
love letting
This
that
time
shit
they face a
happen.
3rd
I
and
see
2.
that.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
Oh, no, you did right.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And
Yeah,
little
Miss Eagle.
movement over there. He gets it down to about the 39.
Got time for y'all to be
Just a
doing all
yard
that.
on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
That's what
Mahomes
Kid
firing
said.
complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd
Come
down.
on, man. You
Teammates
can't
used to tell me
set
all the
that shit
time,
up,
I
man.
hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he would end up going to a secondary.
And he lost
Come
the
on.
football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And in this very
Hey, that
cold
nigga,
night
he was
here,
breaking off that
how
tackle.
much harder is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like
And it
this,
is cold.
and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second down at 5.
Well, it's first half. Hey, he's stressing out about the first half. See, them bitches in the second.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Rolling to his right.
Oh, wow, on that shit.
He's taken down. Sacked by Dorian O'Daniel. The linebacker from Clemson.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about where they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll run on first down. Moore. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
At the 37-yard line.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be caught. But out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest. Let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Man, this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff. They have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying. But I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Throwing now is Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's got this down to the 35. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And the first down, Chiefs.
Mahomes now to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. Oh, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control. And yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw again on second down. Jackson out to his left. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, and it's third and short.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Third and 2, here's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes now on first down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Third and long, it's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a...
It's caught inside the 25. Samuel, his second touchdown of the night.
The safety went out. Your safety did was, I missed that bit. Yeah, your safety drill, my safety drill, you basically bid on the wrong route. You bid on the cut, man.
Is absolute production on the field.
Damn, this bitch fucking with this kick.
And they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
That's the only thing about them cover 3s and cover 4s. So they will have your ass looking crazy.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Watching that play unfold or watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Oh, this
It'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to
Hey, hold up now.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And it's complete to
Come
Kelsey.
on, Smith. You Smith, you there. What we got going on out here, baby?
70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll work it inside.
That was slow. It's like everything was still in slow motion.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First down, Kansas City.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
Oh.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside
Nice
the
way
10
to
to the
be
9.
bored.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance.
What's up? Oh,
You can do so many things anyway. You can
come on.
run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you get the defense back on its heels.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Stop him over
He
here.
will be very close to a 1st down.
Hey, stop
I see the
again.
close
One.
fist of the referee.
Yeah.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Nah, there wasn't no first.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mahomes takes it himself. And he'll be touched out of here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
It's moment time.
And
Come
he
on.
is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th. And he puts it through.
Makes the score. Chiefs 27. Ravens 20.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And spins away.
Hey, man, get out there. Get out there.
So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Oh, get out there.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. His throw incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson.
In the ball, throw.
A Chiefs sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
7-yard loss. Brings up 3rd down.
Jackson from the shotgun. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Hill on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down.
Come on, for you. Wow. Come on.
The chalk of the 45.
We ain't nobody with
To
a
kick
day
off the
like
drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
First down, Chiefs.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that's going to be a Chiefs 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. Hands up, forcing the incompletion.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. That is caught at the 7. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They'll try and run for it on 1st.
Come on, man. Let me get
this
this
time
man.
they're ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
And as this drive began, the offense had to be thinking touchdown, knowing the situation.
Oh, not big.
They get the turnover they need. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys
dog. Hey, big, huh?
in the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense. And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Hey, Hawk Dog. Hey, you gotta respect Hawk Dog out here, man. man, disrespect.
Back to
Disrespect my
throw.
nigga hot dog, man. What is he pump? What's up with this pump face and shit? Why did he be making my dude pump face?
Boy, that could have been
What
catastrophic
are you
at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
Nah, just tap it one time. He just pump
Pass
face.
protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a
That's
bundle.
alright.
Here's Jackson.
Already got fouls.
A
God
lot of
damn.
force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Shit.
Back-to-back
I'm
big
looking at the
plays
dude throwing the
defensively.
ball.
First the sack. Now they
What the
force the
fuck is he doing?
incompletion on third and long. Things looking pretty good for him.
And this is where they have to be careful because they
Oh,
can
got
have
it.
momentum going
Got
their
it.
way. They
Got
will
it.
be really amped up.
Got
And
it.
that's caught.
Whoa!
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken
Got
it
you.
late in the final minute of the fourth. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching
Hey, I
to
saw
your
that
team.
nigga got over that top. I said, got him.
Halfway through,
Got him.
throw one more up there. Why not?
Nah, he wasn't. I don't know what the safety was doing.
Tucker with the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field
Hey, that's
goal
cool.
now
That's
can only
cool.
tie it.
Hey, we do need it. Where we at right now?
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Okay. We
The
good.
Chiefs
Yeah.
offense about set to begin this drive. They only need a
Savage,
field
you
goal.
back there?
Obviously,
I'm
the
over
clock
here.
a huge factor. They'll be
Let's
watching it.
rock.
What do they need to
Okay,
do
we
here,
go.
Charles?
Your sequence of plays.
Got you.
And he
Got
can't
you.
throw off. He's
Got him.
taken down.
That's what I like to see, boys. I like to see
Play
for
at
that.
this point in the game.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack to lose that kind of yardage.
See y'all.
Not a great start.
Mahomes to throw. He's going to let it
Oh,
fall.
go get that, Everett. Oh, let me get it. Let me get it, Everett. Let me get it, Everett.
Anthony Averett.
That's what I'm talking
His
about.
guys are going to take
Let
over
me get
at
it.
the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now, first and 10. And to give this time to the tailback.
Yeah, bad. So yeah, we gotta go ahead and give him. Gotta go ahead and give him the dub.
As they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey,
Jackson to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. There he goes, right side. And he's across for the late touchdown.
hey, good
In the
game.
final seconds, that one should
Pull it
just
out
put
one
a cap
time
on
for the
this
face.
game.
And that touchdown should make you feel
No, I said good game. I said pull it out one time for the Ravens, man.
Totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense.
Hey.
Touchdown there, you got to feel good about your
Yeah,
chances.
that. It was.
Here's Mecole Hardman. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
They gave Humphrey that shit. I ain't gonna
The
lie.
Chiefs offense about set to begin this
Hey,
drive. They might be
I'm
thinking
like,
this is
what?
close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Shit, it was the fact they gave Humphrey the big. I'm like, that's Tyreek Hill, but they let that bitch jump right over Tyreek Hill and pick it.
The only thing that
What?
matters is scoring quickly,
Okay.
then they'll take it from there.
Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. An important play right here. Third and
Yeah,
2.
you maneuver around that stick. I definitely had that blitz on.
One final try from Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. As Time has run out on this football game. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that? Being able to put check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game.
Did you
Check,
see that?
done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.